Welcome back to Charleston County RoadWise. I'm talking with Mary Graham, who is Senior Vice President here at the Charleston Metro Chamber of Commerce. And we've been talking about the half-cent sales tax program and the fact that that half penny is doing a lot of good, but we may need more. We may need more. Was there any consideration at the time to go for that 1 penny? That whole penny instead of half of the penny?
There was discussion about doing a full penny at the time, but County Council just didn't feel like voters would support it. And you know, this was way back in 2000, sure. So they made the decision to go for the half-cent. But under the South Carolina law, the county can go back to voters and seek approval for that additional half-cent. So we can go a whole penny.
You were saying that we may need to do that here in Charleston. What was the justification for that?
Well, we still have so many needs. I mean, you look just at the airport and the Boeing facility itself and the kind of growth that's occurring around that facility and will. We've got a lot of road needs immediately around there. There's so much I-26. You know, there's discussion about building commuter rail. Half penny could help to fund some of that kind of a project. So there's still so much need in Charleston County. I've
talked to some people in my travels who say, why isn't the South Carolina Department of Transportation doing all this? That's the job of that agency, to pay for and that's another point, maintain. How are we going to maintain all these new roads? But why didn't this get into the hands of South Carolina DOT?
Well, that goes back to the issue of the gas tax. We haven't had the gas tax in South Carolina raised in 25 or 30 years. So there's no funding for the Department of Transportation to do all the projects around the state that are needed. That's why so many counties have gone to this option of raising the funds themselves locally through a penny or a half penny sales tax. So Berkeley County has a penny now, Dorchester County has a full penny, and Charleston County has the half penny. And
I bet we can do it. Don't you think that the voters would be willing at this point?
I think the voters would be very open to it.
Especially when you get into back-to-back traffic.
Absolutely.
In many places around the community.
People spend a lot of time sitting in traffic trying to get to and from work, and my guess would be giving up another half penny to not have to do that would be worth it.
I need to say something here, or ask you at least a few questions about the Greenway or the Greenbelt system, and probably about Carter if we have the time, because that is a part of the half-cent sales tax
Absolutely.
program. And we're trying to raise $1.3 billion in 25 years. Some of that is going into the preservation of property.
Absolutely.
That was a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
For me. I don't know about others.
I think
but
part
why did you put that in there? Or why did the Chamber and the others, I keep saying you, but you were a big part of this, Mary. I have to say that. I remember very well. But what was the situation there?
I think there was so much growth occurring in the region that, you know, one of the reasons people move here is because the incredible views, the beauty of our low country. And so there was so much concern about growth and development would just continue and we would lose so much of that. So that was why the green space portion was put into it. And what an incredible visionary thing it was for Charleston County Council to do that, because the Greenbelt program has been so incredibly successful.
Oh, it absolutely has. And if we have time, as I said before, we'll go into Carter. But I'm just wondering now about this issue that Mayor Riley brought up one time. He said, we need to have a regional approach to our road system, to our transportation systems. Have these roads been connected in such a way that we can, or was that even planned for, that we can call ourselves a regional transportation system?
Each county has done their own independent sales tax. Now, through the Council of Governments, the counties work together on regional transportation issues, so there is some connection between the projects.
And do you think eventually we might have a system that allows people to ride together, and maybe even a rail system?
Yeah, that would be wonderful for us to get to that point.
Are we really growing to that extent? Charleston and metropolitan area?
We are. We've got, you know, of course we hadn't grown very much over the past couple of years with the recession, but we were growing rapidly before that, and we're going to return to that very quickly. So we do have regional transportation needs, and the commuter rail, or even just you know, direct bus routes from Somerville into downtown Charleston and Goose Creek into downtown Charleston. Those are the kind of things we need to talk about.
Well, I know, but my concern here is that I don't hear a lot of talk about it. And I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm sure it will. But that sort of concerns me that I don't hear a lot about, let's do something about regional transportation systems. Let's do something about mass transit in our community. And it seems like the time in the day has come.
It has. And I think the Council of Governments has a number of projects studying some of those, and it is starting to be talked about.
Will the Chamber of Commerce have to take the leadership again?
Who knows?
It just might have to do that.
That's right. I'm sure we will if asked.
Enjoyed talking with you so much. I always do, and you've given us a lot of information. The history, and I'm going to play this for everybody in the county building so that they'll know how all of this got started. And it certainly has been a success. That's the half-cent sales tax program. And thanks to people like you and the Charleston Metro Chamber.
Thanks, Cheryl.
We appreciate it on behalf of the community.
Absolutely.
I hope that you've enjoyed the program. And Mary tells us so many good things about what's going on in this community. And they are very serious. They, meaning the board of directors here at the Chamber, are very, very serious about meeting the needs of the community in any way that they can. And it's good to be able to say that. Hope you've enjoyed the program as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. This has been Charleston County RoadWise.